Next, an article from Digiday. And so this article was originally published on Modern Retail. And the name of the title of the article is Creator Content Has Become Critical for Retail Media Networks. So I thought this was fascinating, but I'm also not surprised, right? All you have to do is take a moment, dive into TikTok, take a look at the videos, go to TikTok live and just watch and go to the e-commerce areas of people trying to sell you products. I'm just not, I wasn't surprised by this article, but I thought it was great to see it. But I think that's where we're at. It's almost like every time I see I get pulled into it. I get sucked into it. Absolutely. Like I go down the rabbit hole sometimes and I see these these people selling all sorts of stuff, right? Like, and even stuff I'm not even interested in. But what fascinates me as a marketer is I say, wow, that's really great. Like, I can't believe 2,000 people are actually watching this individual right now, right? Like talk about random, like some of them are like Timo special products. No offense to people like shopping on Timo, but very low quality, right? But it's fascinating to me. It's almost as if we're in an age that if you have a little bit of creativity and the time and effort and persistence and consistency in organization to be organized for it, that you can literally start like your own QVC. It reminded me like QVC back in the day when I was a little kid. I would go to like QVC or the shopping network, which by the way, unfortunately, I heard that they're filing Chapter 11, I believe, which is really sad.
Oh, that's interesting.
Don't quote me on that, but I heard that they were having financial issues. But I remember the day, literally as a little kid putting on those stations and just sitting there watching random things. Women's jewelry sold with my mother. Like, why am I watching this? Right? That's not my market. Right? But I thought it was funny. Like, but this is interesting. But that's the era that we're in right now for retail and e-commerce. Is it's kind of like if you own an e-commerce brand, and we've had clients that what should we be doing to drive more product? Well, this is exactly what you should be doing. You should be putting yourself out there. It doesn't need to be perfect and it doesn't need to be professional. It does, but it doesn't need to be. I think you guys follow what I'm saying.
Perfect.
Right.
You're saying you don't need to be perfect. And in fact, that's an asset now because it's an easy way to show that your content's not AI driven. Because you have
real.
Somebody that it's totally real. Like I've been getting retargeted all these protein powders because I've been researching protein powders, and the brands are actually putting money on the distribution of these influencer created content. But you tend to feel like, okay, this influencer is in her kitchen making this iced coffee protein thing. And you're like, and her straw is cute. I might try that protein powder. Like,
and it's a regular person. It's a regular person. Yes. And it's not scripted. It's not a model. It's not an actor. It's not AI. Yep.
Right.
Yep.
They might even leave a blooper moment or that time when the cat walked into the frame and tried to like lick some of the protein powder off the spoon. And you're like, oh, okay, she has a cat. And then you're like, wow, I just watched this whole video. When's the last time? And I know the Timo ones that you're talking about, the taking the furniture out of a bag and they pop out.
Oh yeah. And you're like, what is this? Where did this thing come from? It's like $6 and it's like a 200-pound box of something. Right. So John, what do you think?
Yeah,
it is.
I'm looking at this from like a completely different perspective where I do YouTube and people will reach out to me. Right. And recently, like sort of in sponsorship finding agency reached out and they're like, oh, we can get you to work with like brands that would make no sense for me, but they're willing to pay just because it's so like lucrative for them to say, we'll throw X amount of money at this person and then, our brand's out there and maybe we get a few sales. Like one of them was like Bombas. I'm like, I haven't personally ever had a pair of Bombas, but they're willing to pay money. Right. Yeah. So it must be, big brands are doing it. I feel like small brands should also be doing that. If you have a small, a product, send it out to, creators who might be smaller but are willing to take that product.
But it has to be relevant, though, John. Honestly, like I don't care how much money's thrown at it. I mean, like we have other sites and stuff, but it's kind of like, right, like that's an analogy is like for me to put like I don't even know something completely not related on the brick marketing website.
Yeah, of course, you have to do your research and find.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Right,
that are at least within the same realm.
Exactly.
Like for me, this makes no sense whatsoever.
Right.
But
right.
if someone else was coming out, if a smaller business came to me that had a product within my, my niche, then that would be like a perfect pairing, right?
Exactly. Yeah. So interesting. It's just interesting. It's just a very interesting topic. That's why I picked it. I thought it was a really good.
Yeah, it's a good one.
It is.
We live it. We might not even notice it.